So I wanted to hop on and talk to y'all for a little minute before I get in this bed. Okay. I haven't been on in a while because I've been really busy and just going and going and going. Working, life, family, holidays, all that good stuff. But I wanted to hop on because even though I have this social media, I am really a private person. Hopefully, you can hear me. I'm really a private person. Honestly, I don't share much of my private life. And that's usually the way I like to keep it. But I felt like maybe this story was necessary to share. Not really this story, but some things that happened recently to me. But basically, it's about you must honor where you are, where you presently are. You must honor the space where you presently are. If you don't honor that space and you're going and going and going to the next thing, looking to the future, or even thinking about the past, looking at the past can make you be in a depressed mood, and looking too far into the future can put you in an anxious mood because you're not there yet. So we must be present. And I knew this camera was gonna start acting up. We must be present in the moment where we are. So basically, I think everything that's happened to me lately, it has not been anything major, but to another person, it might be like, why is all this stuff happening to me? Oh Lord, why me? Things are going good. But for me, I don't see it that way. But I think the things that have happened to me, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, are because I haven't been honoring this pregnancy. I literally have been, I say all the time, I've been forgetting that I'm pregnant because I've just been going and going to the gym, going to my office appointment after appointment. I get my rest because that's just who I am. I'm going to rest. If I get tired, um, I'm not going to do an appointment. So I was like, I'm handling things fine. I'm handling things fine. But I wasn't handling things fine for being pregnant. Okay. So, first thing that happened, I think it was like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I fell. I was outside and I was so happy. The sun was shining. I was on the way actually to do a 4-hour appointment with a client, and I was just in my happy place, my happy spirit, and I had on my dance goes. If you know about those shoes, they're like clogs. We usually, a lot of nurses wear them, a lot of doctors wear them, medical professionals usually wear them, but everybody wears them. They're called dance goes, and they kind of got an incline to help your feet not hurt. So I wear those all the time. I'm just strutting in my little black dance goes, and bam, my ankle hit a rock. My foot hit a rock in the driveway, and my ankle twisted, and I went down. Of course, I think at that point I was 31 weeks because I'm 33 weeks now, and I hit the ground on my hip. The baby was fine. I still felt the baby moving and everything. I was like, how did I just fall? Like, I'm having a great day and I fell. But I didn't heartbone it. I got up. I went back in the house. I told my husband, I literally just fell and I thought I was fine. Went to my office, tried to get started with the appointment. I'm talking to the client, and it was hard to stand up. My ankle was hurting. My hips was hurting. My pelvis, everything down here was hurting. And I was like, okay, I actually pulled something. Um, and so I had to cancel that appointment with the client because there is no way that I am going to move forward with a healing appointment for a client or for you all, or for anybody, if I'm not at my best. It does not matter how much it costs. I am going to let you know, hey, I can't do this. So we had a conversation, and I told her, you know, we need to reschedule. I just failed like right before I got here, and I never cancel. Like even when I worked a regular job, I probably never called in. I don't cancel now because I control my schedule. I control, the amount of clients I take. So I'm like, I can do the appointment, I can do the appointment. But that's against everything that I preach, everything that I believe in, everything that I say is take care of you first. I can't do this 4 hour appointment and my ankle and my hip is not at 1,000 because I'm usually at 1,000. I usually feel great. So she was understanding. We rescheduled. By the time I got home, I couldn't walk. Like my husband had to put me in our computer chair and roll me to the stairs. I couldn't go upstairs. I had to lay down in the guest room. I had to do all the things I know as an ER nurse, wrap my ankle, ice it, elevate it. It was bad. And I kind of broke. I started crying. And I was like, I can't do this. I need to work. I need this. I don't like to be still. I can't believe I fell. I should have been paying more attention. So I went there and then I had to pull myself back. And I was like, no, you fail because you were working, because you were doing too much, because you weren't honoring this pregnancy, because you were just going about your life like there isn't a baby in you running out the house. And that little baby said, hey, what about me? You don't even talk to me. You don't even spend time with me. You working on clients. You doing your own thing. You going to the gym. You reading your books. You ain't reading no baby books. With my first child, I was making a scrapbook. I decorated the room. I have not done anything in that way for this pregnancy, but I've been saying, it's been a great pregnancy, and it has. It's been beautiful. Yes, Shannon, she said, Spirit telling you since you won't slow your roll, I'm going to make you slow down. Exactly. That's what I said when I was going into that space like, oh, how did I fall? I was like, no, you fell because you needed to fall. You running around and you need to sit still and honor this baby and do your yoga and talk to the baby telepathically and all the stuff you know to do instead of just acting like there is no child. And I've kind of, if I'm honest, I've just kind of been counting the days like little kids do for the holidays. Okay, 1 more week, 2 more weeks, and I really just need to be in this space. Okay, so we need to be in this space and honor where we are, because if you don't and you're moving too fast trying to get to the next point, you will be sat down. Just like Shannon said, we will be sat down and shown, okay, you are here. You are not. My mind, I guess, was in the past, going to the gym, running, and in the future, I was so ready to not be pregnant. I just want to do me, and I wasn't present. Okay, so that's the first thing that happened. I fell, and I had to cancel clients. I do not like to cancel clients. I find it to be unprofessional, even though it's not if you're sick, but for me, it's unprofessional. I do not like to contact you and say, hey, I have to move your appointment. If I do, I give you a discount. I give you a whole bunch of stuff because I'm like, I just don't do that. So I had to cancel clients. Lost a lot of money, probably on that first cancellation, probably at least $1,000, because appointments with me are an investment. So if you look at the price of my appointments, and I had to cancel, oh man, like quite a few clients. But I still was not like, why, oh no, my business is gonna fail. I'm losing money. And, sometimes we can go down that rabbit hole like, I needed that money. We got this and we got that. I was just like, sit down. So sat down. Then I did it again. Sat down for about a week, canceled everybody. And of course my ego was embarrassed because I'm like, I don't want to tell them I fell down. But I did. And then, I forgot the part about everything's fine. I went to the doctor. Baby was fine. I was fine. And then took off for a week. And of course, we have family vacation coming up. So we just left Disney World. Okay. We were at Disney World for 7 days, I think. And I didn't bring anything with me that I normally would have. So, your health is prevention. Healthcare is really prevention. When you go to the hospital, that's sick care. That's not healthcare. So, healthcare is your tea, your herbs, your vitamins, whatever you believe in. That's what I believe in. My vitamin C, my prenatals. I had my prenatals. Let me see, what did it? Hi, Elaine. She said your baby will bless you with abundance. Listen to your baby. Yes. Thank you. I do need to listen to her. And then Shannon said winter is coming, which is a time for reset, hibernation. Yeah. So I forgot everything that I would have at home. Like right now I'm drinking, what am I drinking? Eucalyptus and peppermint tea mixed together with some honey. And when I went to Disney World with my family, I didn't bring anything. No tea, no essential oils, no diffuser, no sage, no nothing. I've never done that. When we go to an Airbnb or the Disney resort or wherever we're gonna stay, I sage it, I prepare. I didn't bring anything but my prenatals. Like everything is gonna be fine and I'm gonna be good. And so on Thanksgiving morning, was it Thanksgiving morning? Yeah, I thought I had allergies. So I took Zyrtec because I'm supposed to take allergy medicine every day, but I don't believe in taking a pill from the store or the doctor every day, so I don't. And I've been fine all these years. So I was like, okay, my throat is scratchy, what have you. So let me go ahead and pop a Zyrtec. And then I didn't go to the park. My family went, but I was like, I don't feel good. We have been there since Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And when I was in the park, of course, the baby's huge. So I have a wheelchair, so I wasn't walking. I was in the hover around like an old person. But I felt bad. I was like, I can't even get in my hover round. And I was like, I know it's my allergies because I'm supposed to be taking allergy medicine, but every time I go somewhere, I get a little sick. And so by Thursday night, I couldn't catch my breath. I was short of breath. I was dizzy. I just felt terrible. And I think around 1 a.m., I told my husband, okay, something's not right. This is not allergies. I can't even breathe. I can't even catch my breath. So I told him to take me to the hospital because at the end of the day, even though I'm in all this holistic stuff, I'm still an ER nurse. I'll always be an ER nurse. So I'm thinking of all the stuff it could be. Like I'm feeling dizzy. My vision's kind of blurry because I'm dizzy. And I was like, this could be preeclampsia. This could be a PE, pulmonary embolism, because we usually fly, but we drove down there. And of course, when you're pregnant, you're at risk for blood clots. So I was like, oh no, it's just a blood clot that's moved to my lungs because I can't breathe. What is this? And of course, when a baby is big, you already can't breathe because the baby is big. So I couldn't breathe. And I was like, yo, I don't really get nervous about anything because I know our body heals itself. And again, I'm an ER nurse at heart. So I'm like, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. I haven't said it's nothing for 2 days. Then I couldn't breathe. They took me to the hospital and they ran all these tests and everything was negative except for the flu. So then I was like, when the doctor, we were there for hours. When the doctor came in, he was like, what are you doing with the flu? I'm like, the flu? How did I get the flu? And he was like, it's the flu, you have the flu. But then we still had to do a CAT scan and everything to make sure it wasn't a blood clot, because when you're pregnant, you're at risk for that. And I was like, yeah, let's go ahead, because if not, I'm going to worry, because I could not breathe before I got here. And he was like, it's the flu. So everything checked out. It was just the flu. And I was like, okay, it's just the flu. Even though I still couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe Thursday. I couldn't breathe Friday. Um, yeah, everybody's more worried about COVID and all that. COVID was negative. Everything was negative. Flu, B, COVID, um, RSV, all that stuff was negative. And I'm glad they ran all that, because sometimes you go places and these days they only run COVID. But you go to the emergency room, they should do a full workup. So I was happy for that workup. I looked at my labs, everything was good. And I was like, thank you, Lord, it's just the flu. But of course, that little monkey, that monster, that devil, whatever you want to call it, it creeps in like, you fell and you got the flu. What you doing? And I was like, shut up. It's just the flu. It could have been worse. It could have been a blood clot in my lungs. It could have been COVID. It could have been all these things that tend to scare us and work us up. But it was just the flu. And so, again, that ego creeped in, and I was like, I do not want to tell my clients I got the flu. And so, because it's like, how is she talking about she helping other people heal and she can't even keep herself getting the flu? Nobody has said this to me. This is me thinking this. This is how our mind works. We get these thoughts and we go down the rabbit hole and we act like somebody else said it to us. And nobody has said these things to us. None of my clients were like, how did you get the flu? They always like, I understand. Drink some hot tea. Make some spicy tea. All my clients were responding with things to do. And nobody was in that space of like, how in the world did you get sick? Because I never get sick, like hardly ever. And so I went down the rabbit hole again, like, you sick because you pregnant. And so during the 2 days that I couldn't breathe, I was like, man, I'm tired of being pregnant. If I wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't have got sick, because my immune system be good. But when you pregnant, your immune system kind of takes a hit, because you caring for the baby and you caring for yourself. And I was like, I would have been fine if I wasn't pregnant. And I was like, why are you doing it again? You are not honoring this pregnancy. It's not the baby's fault that you got the flu. It's your fault. You all at Disney World with thousands and thousands of people. You just fell a week before and you still gonna. And I had to tell myself, this is not this is not anything to do with the baby. This is you not honoring this baby. And if you don't honor this baby, you will be set down. So now I got time to sit with my baby. I took a spiritual bath earlier today. I washed my hair. I feel amazing. And I'm very, very grateful, because just Thursday and Friday, I was breathing like this. Even my whole family was scared. They were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. I couldn't even sleep. I stayed awake for like 36 hours because I couldn't lay down, because I couldn't breathe. And part of that is the baby, but I can lay down now, and it's only been like 2.5 days later. I can breathe. I can talk. We're back home. We came back home yesterday, and I know that was part of the nervousness of it all, being down in Orlando. And I'm like, I don't have my stuff. Like, I'm not in my space. I'm not in my zen zone. And it worked me up more to where I couldn't find my peace. I couldn't find my place where I was like, okay, it's just the flu. It just felt, I just felt out of place. But now that I'm back home, I feel safe and secure. But again, the ego, I'm gonna have to work with this ego then this next couple of days and this week, because I didn't want to cancel my clients, and um it just felt bad to tell them I have to cancel you because I have the flu. And the body can heal itself. Of course, I've been doing Reiki on myself, drinking the tea, fluids, water, and everything. But I still felt embarrassed to tell them that I got sick, and I shouldn't feel that way. As healers, you are normal. You can potentially get sick, even if you're not running around, even if you are doing things right, you can still get sick, and you are not almighty and all powerful. We are not almighty and all powerful, so we shouldn't be embarrassed to say we got sick. So that's something. This has really been more than a physical sickness, a physical journey for me. It's been more of a centering and a recognizing. I try to work on ego all the time, but this has really brought me to face with myself, and like, you're not almighty and all powerful. You are flesh. You can get sick. So you should not be embarrassed to let other people, other humans, know that this is happening, because they get sick too. And then they come to you for help, but you can't share with them that you're sick. So yeah, this is deep. At least I think it's deep. And again, the ego with canceling the clients, because I had to cancel the first bunch, and the second bunch I've canceled for 2 weeks, because I don't want any risk to anybody. Even though, they say when you're not with fever, you're not coughing or anything, you're fine. It would not be right. It would not be ethical to just run my appointments and like I never had the flu. So I canceled everything for 2 weeks. Oh boy. So yeah, that's thousands of dollars that I lost. But I didn't lose it. That's not the right word. I gave refunds and um thousands of dollars that are not in the listening hands bank account, but that does not matter. At the end of the day, us being well, me not spreading illness, me healing myself, with the help of, Most High, the Most High healing me with the help of the little stuff that I'm doing, that I should say it in that order. But and none of that even matters. None of that even matters. So I just thought I'd hop on and tell my story and stop being ashamed of it, because I feel good, and it's really a blessing to feel good after how I felt a couple days ago, and to feel this good so shortly after. And for those who did get canceled, I am so sorry. But thank you, thank you, thank you for understanding. And of course, I told you I'd give you a discount when we reschedule. I feel like I'm good to go. But again, we got to honor this baby. So I think the calendar is open after a couple of weeks from now, and then it shuts down again, because the baby has to enter into the world. But thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. Yes, I'm about to get in the bed, my normal early bedtime. I will take care of us too. Elaine says, thank you for sharing, and I'm happy that you're feeling better. I know it took a lot for you to speak your truth. Oh, yeah, because I don't usually tell my business. You are a beautiful human being. Please take care of yourself. Thank you so much, Elaine. Yeah, but I feel good. So thank you. Have a good night. Bye.